can't find nothing on the radio.
You ready, Steve?
Welcome to Songology. He's Bruce,
He's Richard.
and this is another episode from our Song of the Day archives.
Enjoy.
Welcome back, Bruce. Yesterday was St. Paddy's Day. I imagine we have more music from the Green Island for the rest of the week.
Absolutely, why not?
Actually, I'm going to ask you a question there first. I said
Okay.
Green Island. Is it sometimes referred to as the Emerald Island?
Yes, the Emerald Isle is the traditional way to talk about it.
Okay.
So as I trip over my tongue there a minute ago, I was going to mention that we're continuing our U2 free Irish week, which is not to say that you can't play U2, that it just isn't Song of the Day, right? I mean,
Right.
hey, it's good music, U2. Put on a whole side of the Joshua Tree for all I care. Go for it. But I'm not doing that here, right? We're dedicating ourselves to lesser known things. Or, like what we've got today, something that's old that has kind of sort of been forgotten.
Oh, okay.
Does the name Feargal Sharkey ring a bell?
Nope, not at all.
There you go.
You hear a lot of people called Sharkey, but not Feargal Sharkey.
Feargal Sharkey or Feargal Sharkey, perhaps. I always heard it pronounced as Feargal, and that's the way it's spelled, Feargal. But I always kind of wondered whether it was Feargal. So if amongst the loyal 17 listeners there's somebody who is Irish, maybe they could clean that up. They should phone you.
They should.
No, phone Richard.
402-6772.
Richard is standing by to take your call and learn the correct pronunciation of Feargal. So there was a guy by the name of Feargal Sharkey who had a hit song back in the 80s called A Good Heart. It went to number one spot in the UK, only kind of brushed onto the very bottom of the charts in the US. Did reasonably well in Canada. It was his only number one hit. He was an Ulsterman, so he was from Northern Ireland and had started out as the lead vocalist, actually, of a punk band called the Undertones, if anybody's ever heard of them. Personally, I have not ever heard of the Undertones, so what do I know? But he recorded 3 solo records and then gave up on performing music and became an A&R manager for Polydor Records in the UK, and has continued even now, apparently, is floating around working in the music industry, but doesn't perform anymore. So the song A Good Heart was the opening track on his self-titled debut album, if somebody's out there looking for it. It's kind of an interesting little song because there's 2 tracks on that album that are a sort of an answer record.
An answer record?
Well, in the sense that it's almost like a call and answer record. The song A Good Heart was written by a woman by the name of Maria McKee. She was a friend of Feargal Sharkey, and she had just come out of a relationship with a guy by the name of Benmont Tench. Now, if you know your Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the name Benmont Tench will ring a bell because he's Tom Petty's keyboard player, has been forever. And so Tench and McKee were in a relationship for quite a number of years. They had just broken up, and she wrote this song, A Good Heart, as a sort of about that relationship, let's put it that way. And because Feargal Sharkey knew both of them quite well, the second track on his album is the answer. In other words, Benmont Tench wrote a song in response to A Good Heart.
Oh, okay.
It's called You Little Thief. So, guess he was somewhat bitter about the way things ended, but it was also released. The speculation is that because he knew both of them and liked both of them, was getting along with both of them, he thought it was only fair that he release, okay, if I'm going to use one, I have to use the other.
Right.
And I should release them both. And they both became hits. The follow-up, You Little Thief, went to number 5 on the UK charts. And it's possibly the only time that this has ever happened.
Huh.
It's a slice of 80s history. So here's Feargal Sharkey with A Good Heart.
And as usual, I have to stop it right there due to the fair use rules on YouTube. If you haven't already, please subscribe. You can check us out on Facebook or head over to our website, which is songology.ca. Now, here's your chance to listen to the music or go on to the next episode.